You just heard something juicy about a coworker, and within seconds you are already thinking about who to tell first. Your attention sharpens. Some part of you feels almost excited. You know you probably should not. But the real reason gossip feels so irresistible is far stranger than you think. For most of human history, information about other people was not entertainment. It was survival equipment. Imagine living in a small group with no police, no background checks, no written records, and no easy way to know who could be trusted. How would you know who would share food with you? Who would protect you? Who might cheat you the moment your back was turned? You listened to what other people said. Evolutionary psychologist Robin Dunbar has spent decades studying human relationships, social groups, and the evolution of language. His research suggests that a huge amount of ordinary human conversation revolves around social information: people, relationships, behavior, and reputation. Not hunting techniques. Not the weather. People. And Dunbar's explanation for why this happens begins with something that does not look like gossip at all: grooming. Other primates spend large amounts of time grooming one another. One animal sits beside another, picking through its fur. But grooming is not only about staying clean. It builds relationships. There is a problem, though. Grooming takes time, and you can only groom a few individuals at once. As human groups became larger, Dunbar proposed that language may have offered a more efficient way to maintain social bonds. Instead of sitting beside one person and grooming them, you could talk to several people. You could tell stories. You could exchange information. And most importantly, you could learn about people who were not even there. Suddenly, you did not have to personally witness someone's behavior to know their reputation. If someone repeatedly refused to share food, people could talk about it. If someone lied, others could warn you. Gossip became a kind of social warning system. Think about how useful that would have been. Your ancestors depended heavily on cooperation. Choosing the wrong person to trust could cost food, protection, relationships, or safety. But reputation allowed information to travel. Someone else could make a mistake, and you could learn from it without making the same mistake yourself. That makes gossip much more than pointless chatter. It becomes social intelligence. And that may explain why certain stories still grab your attention so easily. Someone cheated. Someone lied. Someone betrayed a friend. Someone suddenly became powerful. Someone broke an important social rule. Your brain wants to know what happened. Why? Because these stories contain information about trust. Who is safe? Who is selfish? Who has influence? Who might help you? Who should you avoid? For thousands of years, questions like these mattered. But there is a twist. Gossip does not only tell you about the person being discussed, it also tells you about the person doing the talking. Imagine someone tells you that a coworker refused to help another person. You learn something about the coworker, but you also learn that the speaker believes refusing to help is worth criticizing. One story gives you two pieces of information. This is what that person did, and this is what your group thinks people should do instead. That makes gossip a surprisingly powerful way to communicate social rules. No written law is required. No official punishment is required. Reputation does part of the work. But the same system has a dangerous side. Useful warnings can become false rumors. Information can be exaggerated. People can destroy someone's reputation simply because the story is entertaining. An ancient behavior is not automatically a good behavior. It simply means the impulse has deep roots. And then modern technology changed everything. For your ancestors, gossip had a natural limit. There were only so many people in the group. Today, there is almost no limit. Social media can give your brain an endless stream of scandals, arguments, betrayals, breakups, rumors, and public humiliation involving people you will never meet. Your brain still reacts. Someone famous cheated. Someone was exposed. Someone secretly hates someone else. Someone said something shocking. You click. You read. You keep scrolling. The ancient system is still running, but the environment around it has completely changed. Your brain evolved to track the reputation of people who might actually affect your life. Now it can spend hours tracking the reputations of strangers thousands of miles away. And there is another reason gossip can feel so powerful. You do not only care about other people's reputations. You care about your own. Did they like what you said? Why did that person suddenly become quiet? Are they talking about you? Did you embarrass yourself? A tiny change in someone's tone can stay in your mind for hours. That sensitivity makes sense when you remember how important belonging once was. Your ancestors depended on other people for cooperation, resources, information, and protection. Being accepted mattered. So your brain became extremely sensitive to signs that your reputation might be changing. That is why gossip feels so contradictory. You can dislike it and still lean closer. You can know something is trivial and still remember every detail. You can promise not to repeat something while immediately thinking about who you could tell. The impulse itself is ancient. What you do with it is modern. You can use information to warn someone. You can use it to understand a relationship. Or you can spread it simply because another person's embarrassment feels entertaining. The same ancient system can produce very different choices. So the next time you hear something juicy about a coworker, notice what happens. Your attention sharpens. Your mind starts mapping relationships. You immediately wonder who else knows. Because beneath that irresistible urge to hear just one more detail, your brain may still be asking the same ancient question it has been asking for thousands of years. Who can you trust?